Today I will tell you how much it costs to get an Australian citizenship if you come here on a student visa. Old head. Clinical. Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and as promised today I'll be talking about how much does it cost to get an Australian citizenship if you come here on a student visa. Now I've made another video which was part 1 of my video. Make sure you watch that in terms of understanding how much does it cost to get the visa if you come here on a permanent residency. However, saying that a very common route to come over here is through the student visa, and we are going to talk about that today. Now I'm going to run you through everything step by step and try to break it down, but remember, if you like my video, if you like my channel, make sure you subscribe to it. Let me know your thoughts about things so I can make more content for you. So if you've decided to come to Australia as a student, the first thing you would need to do is to appear in an English exam, because one of the things that is a necessity for any university to give you admission is the English exam. So the IELTS or the PTE exam, depending on which country you are in, would cost you $340. So you do that. That's step number 1. The second step towards getting the coming over here on the student visa is getting a medical done. So you apply for the visa and you'll have to do a medical clearance, which will cost you approximately about $250 if you're applying from the Middle East and sort of South Asian region, which does include the cost of biometrics as well. The student visa itself would cost you about $550. They've sort of increased the fees a little bit to $575, but let's count in this video. I'm going to just talk you through how much approximately I paid about a few years ago. There is a slight subtle variation in the cost as well, but yeah, so far you'd need to do the English exam, you'd have to do your medical, $250, and then the visa itself will cost you $550, and then you have to pay the university fee. Now generally most students come here on a 2-year visa, which means that per year the fee generally in Australia varies between say about $30,000 to $35,000. So let's say you come here on a $30,000 course, so a 2-year course will cost you $60,000. So this is a total so far of $61,140, including your visa fees. Now if you come over here, obviously you're not going to jump in the back of your car, you're going to take a flight. So one-way flight or return ticket minimum would cost you about around $1,000 if you're coming from the Middle East or maybe Europe, somewhere nearby, if you get a cheap flight. So that's $6,240. Then to live in Australia, it's recommended that you from the Australian government that you spend about $26,000 per year. However, from my experience and the experience of multiple students I've made, if you want to just make your ends meet and share a room with someone, your monthly expenses are around $1,000, which includes your travel costs, your room fee, and your food expenses, and some miscellaneous other expenses. So if you are to just make your ends meet, that's about $1,000 a month, which will equate for a 2-year course of about $24,000. Now it's important that you come here for a 2-year course because there is an advantage. You get an additional 5 points of Australian study, and you also get a 485 visa, which is the temporary residence. I can talk about that in later videos. Just let me know about that. All right, the other major cost you will incur is going to be the medical insurance. That's an important must if you want to have that Australian visa. So that's about $1,000 for 2 years. So in total you'd be spending on your daily expenditure costs and your medical insurance about $21,000, let's say, in potentially 2 years. So that total cost of a student life for 2 years in Australia minimum is $85,140. That is how much I spend in my 2 years in Australia as a student. Then once your student visa runs out, you have the opportunity to apply for a 485, which is a temporary resident or the graduate visa, which goes on for another 2 years, and most students jump onto that visa before getting their permanent residency. How much does that visa cost? That'll cost you $1,535. You would have to do a police clearance, which will cost you about $90. And then you'd have to do a medical clearance or a medical checkup, which will cost you another $400. And again, an insurance for 2 years for medical, which will be $1,000. So in total, $3,025. So remember that the initial 2-year cost of as a student is $85,140 plus an $3,025 that you will spend on the temporary residence visa. I'm not including any living costs in the temporary visa because you don't have the restriction of working 20 hours, so you can work unlimited, and that way you can make the ends meet. So as a student, depending on the course, it's a little bit difficult to work a lot, especially with the 20-hour restriction, and you're not really get paid really well. So that sort of money is for your pocket expenses, maybe buying a mobile phone or going out with friends, but it's not enough to, earn your whole fee unless you're working really hard and you're not concentrating on your study. That's a different video for a different time. But so far in total, it's about $88,165, which will cost you through the student visa to the temporary residence. Now, in the part 1 of my video, I talked about permanent residence. So I've broken down the costs over there. So once you go on the permanent residency, the cost you incur is in my other video, linked below in the description. But just a quick one on that. In that permanent residence, I talk about the permanent resident costs of visa, which is about $5,500. Citizenship cost $285. Passport cost $505. And again, the medical examination for permanent residency before you apply for it is $400. So in total, it's $8,138. So if you sum up the 3 subsets, student visa $8,540, temporary residence $3,025, and then from PR to citizenship $8,138, that comes up to a total grand cost of $96,403 if you are to get the Australian citizenship when you come here on a permanent resident. That's a significant amount of money, but that's approximately how much I spent to get my citizenship. Please let me know in the comments if there were some other costs that I've missed, or what sort of money you spend on your permanent residence and the citizenship. Put down in the comments and in the description below. Make sure you like my video and share it if you like it, and let me know of your thoughts on future videos. Thank you very much, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.